Show. We appreciate you joining us. And so we're going to start where we left off last year with the NBA Finals. First, just give me what you thought of what Golden State was able to do against the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Wow, I mean, they were, very impressive. I think what they did in Game 4 and Steve Kerr going to a small lineup really sort of embodies, the era that we're in, going small, having great success. And then Iguodala, somebody who made a huge sacrifice throughout the season and ends up being the MVP. I do think the better team won, considering Cleveland was hurt. But it was, I think, small ball era kind of got that stamp of approval with Golden State winning, having the great success throughout the season, but then also how they won in the finals there against Cleveland.
So let's talk about these two teams and the possibility of, hey, when the finals roll around in 2016, hey, again, it's the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Any chance of that happening, Reg?
Well, definitely in the East, it's going to be the Cleveland Cavaliers. No question. I think they're the best team. Out West, that's a different story because it's loaded out West. Yeah. And it's funny because in the game of basketball, it's all about matchups. And I give Steve Kerr and them all the credit. You're talking about small ball. It's here to stay. It's a copycat league, so it'll be interesting to see what a lot of other teams doing. But in my opinion, the Golden State Warriors didn't play the best team in the Western Conference Finals. To me, that was the San Antonio Spurs, who had obviously lost in the first round against the Clippers. So they've reloaded by getting the best free agent acquisition in LaMarcus Aldridge. So could I see it? Absolutely. They're young, they're dynamic. Obviously, Steve Kerr pulling the, you're talking about making the change in Game 4. Yeah, I could see it. But, you've got OKC and Kevin Durant coming back.
Yeah,
there's so many teams out West. But in the East, it's the Cavs to lose.
Yeah, and in the course of this show, we will be breaking down the Western Conference, the Eastern Conference. At this point, though, when we talk about Golden State, and you say, hey, maybe this is the new blueprint, or maybe this is the new thing, but can you do that, Bones, if you don't have guys like Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Andre Iguodala and Draymond Green? I mean, this was a pretty special unit to be able to go small with.
Yeah, and I think, Ernie, that the answer to what teams are trying to address with regards to, we can't confuse small ball, I think, guys, with the idea of comparing individual guys' size. It has nothing to do with putting smaller guys on the floor. When you have 4 guys at 6'8" or above that are skilled players, much the way that Steve Smith and Grant Hill could play many different ways on the floor, how is a team going to stop you if they don't have dynamic defenders on the other end? At some point, you're going to take advantage of the matchups, which is what Reggie is talking about.
Isaiah, let's go to the Cleveland Cavaliers, and really no major changes on that team. You add Mo Williams to that bunch. You add Richard Jefferson to that bunch. You got Kevin Love coming back. Kyrie, we'll see when he's ready to go. The road back to the NBA Finals, Reggie says, yeah, he certainly sees that. Do you?
Yeah, I see Cleveland getting back to the Finals. They still have the best player in terms of LeBron James, and he makes everybody better. Now, can they come back and stay healthy? Can Kevin Love stay healthy? Can Kyrie Irving stay healthy? Can he get back to where he was before the injury? I think when you look at Cleveland right now, you're saying absolutely if they were healthy, then we would probably be sitting here talking about can LeBron repeat as opposed to talking about small ball.
Don't you think, 3D, these are good things for Steve to use as fuel for his
No
team?
question. Well, I think we're all talking about with Steve's case where he was able to get everyone to buy in from day one. Obviously, Mark Jackson has started the train going in the right direction defensively because you never used defense with Golden State in years past. So all season long, the defense was there, the ball movement was there. For a team that shot the ball so well, they was always in the top 3 or 4 in assists all season long. We didn't talk about that enough. And far for Cleveland, can you just think for this fact that LeBron James has an opportunity to go to 6 straight finals? When's the last time someone was able to do that, put different players on his back and carry them all the way to the promised land? Obviously, you have to stay healthy. But I kind of agree with you, Zeke. that Golden State got hot at the right time, but I think the Western Conference is so thick, I think someone else may be hot this year and catch them.
I don't take anything away from them. I just don't think that the league is trending down.
Ready to say,
Right.
we've got to do it the way Golden State did.
Yeah, I see the league
Let's go
getting
to-
bigger.
Let's take a short break. We're just getting started.